Well, I've just had some really sucky news. It turns out that overnight the containers have been broken into on the yard I've got two containers at. So I'm just going to go down there and have a look and see what the crack is. Sod's law, it would be pissing it down as well. Deep joy! See what the damage is. Right, so they've cut the locks off the outside on mine, but it doesn't look like it's been compromised. How you doing, man?
Taking a phone call?
Yeah. Alright. I've literally just landed.
Yeah, we've been done over.
It looks like they've not been compromised.
No, nothing has been compromised. The only damage that we've got is to people's physical locks, whether they bought them from us or not.
Do you know, I was shit. I got a call off Wes. He was saying the tops had been prized and there was a gap on the doors.
Pretty much every container door was like pinched open.
Oh, okay, right.
But because of those,
yeah,
it's literally just been a case of.
Oh, I see. Right, okay. So they've been opened like that.
They've been opened. That's as far as they've got.
Right.
They've not made any attempt to get through that.
Right. Okay.
I've not reviewed the CCTV yet.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen so far and pictures that Vic sent me, it's 3 lads and they've had a crowbar, possible bolt cutters, just with sticks, with some locks. But they've had no major.
Right, they would need some to get into
this.
They
needed some sort of serious angle grinder to get through this and cutting disc.
Have you any idea how long they were open?
Just last night. This was just last night.
Like for a few hours, or
since 10 o'clock last night.
All right. Okay. So. Yeah, so it's just going to be water ingress, really, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. If there, obviously, I've notified the police. We're getting the crime records from them once number. So if there is any damage, you just need to let me know.
Yeah, sorted.
We'll sort out something.
Don't need you a Sunday ruin like this, do you, really?
Well, maybe it's a bit naive of me. I never thought it would happen.
Well, yeah.
Why would it need to happen? But without being stereotypical, I've been told on 2 occasions now.
Yeah, right, okay. Stuff like that, but I think my only concern, because all electric was in here as well. Yeah. So it was how much water? Oh, do you know what? It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. Have you got any rags or like mop or something like that?
I'm not sure, but I'll go and see what I have got.
Yeah, nice one. Oh. Just glad everything's off the deck.
Yeah.
So water's been getting in, obviously. But
bit of rainwater's come through.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Like I say, if there is anything that is damaged and not working anymore, let me know.
Yeah.
Well, I need to speak to SSA anyway to see what the crack is with. If people do, let me know. We need to go through insurance.
Yeah. No dramas. It looks like it doesn't look bad at all, mate. Yeah, I was just concerned about damp more than anything else. Do you know what? I had a
vented anyway, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. When I had a call off Wes, I had this vision of having to just spend the rest of the day just shifting shit back into my house, and I've nowhere to put it.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But yeah, no, they are vented.
Yeah.
And there's certainly no condensation on the top, but
it's been brilliant. It's been absolutely brilliant.
We can get our hands on some container spec.
Yeah.
Things they just hook on there. They're about that deep.
Oh, right.
Moisture traps.
Yeah. Blinding. Yeah, I mean that might be sort of like a good preventative measure, because I don't know how much water's gone down the back of that racking and that, but it doesn't look like a right lot.
No.
It's just ironic, you know. I was up yesterday working.
Yeah.
Was it Friday? And I hammered it down. So I had the door closed, but it was dripping in over the top. I was like stripping down, wiping up with it, just getting rid of moisture like that. There you go. It could be a lot worse. I mean, there's not a right light in next door, so
yeah.
we'll have a look at that as well anyway. it's a good job that I didn't, because some of the stuff that I'm moving into this is, I mean, it's not expensive, but again, it's electrical items, so I didn't really want that buggering up. It's not even as bad as next door. It's just a similar kind of. I can stop shitting my pants now.
Yeah. Even if it was a case that you couldn't get down, you could just ring me. I've got keys for your container.
Oh yeah, well I'm only like a mile and a half away now, so that's what's left of me padlocks. Yep. Fucking, they've given it some welly, ain't they?
It's how they've done that. Is that bolt cut or is that pried and snapped?
Well, if you had bolt cutters, you wouldn't smash a lock, would you?
Well, this is
so they've just battered them to death.
And they must have made an absolute racket. So how nobody's heard it, I don't know.
It's madness, isn't it? Happy Sunday! While you're here, have you got any padlocks? I know it's pissed in the wind, like.
I might do, yes. Let me go check them out.
Nice one.
I was literally just doing one final sweep round.
Yeah. If you could sort us with a couple, that'd be brilliant.
The ones that we've been buying, those black masters that you had.
Yeah.
They're clearly not fit for purpose. So there's somebody that's around there that's got 2 on, and they're around, but they're a damn sight more substantial.
Yeah.
No, they've not been touched.
They'd be harder to batter as well, I would have thought.
Well, Victoria says she's got him on video. They've been trying to climb on it. He's fell off and fallen on the floor. Hope he broke his fucking neck.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'll have a look at this. I'll see what I've got in the office now.
Yeah.
And then
it's just. I mean, I know obviously they've got these padlocks off, but if we can make it as much of a pain in the arse and as noisy as possible, it's more chance they're going to get the collar's fault, isn't it?
Well, I'm going to go back to the CCTV company and say I want it monitoring now.
Yeah.
So there might be a few more expensive cameras going in. Yeah. Right, I'll go and see what I've got in office.
Honestly, I'm relieved, mate. It could have been so much worse. Yeah. Could have been so much worse. Right, that definitely could have been worse. So my 2 containers, aside from a bit of water ingress, they're actually in good order. There's nothing been nicked. They haven't been able to get in because these bloody idiots, obviously not master criminals, what they've done is cut the outside padlocks off on both containers, but they've not been able to get the main lock off, because obviously that's a lot harder to get to and a lot more substantial. But what they have done is open both doors, so it's come out about maybe 4 inches or something like that, which is basically the extent of the movement in the doors when these aren't locked. And the water since 10 o'clock last night has been getting in through that gap. I'm so glad it didn't hammer it down last night. Obviously it was a bit of rain, could have been a lot worse. Get that dried out and back to business as usual. Maybe invest in some better locks for the outside. Container's done the job. I'm a bit relieved. These things are sent to try us. Now, even I surprise myself with how positive I can be sometimes. I must admit, as soon as I got the call about the containers being broken into, my heart sunk and I was cursing rather a lot. It's cost me. In fact, I'm still gonna use this as a learning experience, because I have learned something very valuable today, which I can pass on to you lovely people. I explained what happened to the lock. They smashed them off. They weren't the best of locks. They're ones that their container people supplied for the outside, sort of like the foldy downy bit for the handles, basically. They're okay, but not fantastic. The bit I've learned is the containers that didn't get broken into or didn't get attempted to be broken into all had circular padlocks. If you think about it logically, it makes more sense. It must be a lot harder to take a lump hammer to the circular padlocks because there's no surface to purchase onto when you're hitting them. So have that on me for free. So it's cost me a bit of inconvenience today, a little bit of getting moist because it's chucking it down, and out of pocket about £22 for replacement padlocks, circular ones obviously. So yeah, I'm going to take it as a lesson. It'd be amiss of me not to say, watch out for the video that's coming out at 5 PM on Saturday. I think you'll like that one. And I'll catch you in the next one.